What's up, guys, and welcome to your Bitcoin update, where we will also be looking at the dollar index, gold, Dow Jones, Litecoin, Ethereum, and XRP. You want to stick around for the whole video. Everything clumped together is showing signs. We're going to take a look at what would be the bullish case and what would be the bearish case. Definitely stick around, and don't forget, down in the description we have a free Discord group, totally free, awesome community. Check it out. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Always do your own due diligence and your own research before investing or trading in any markets. And do not forget, we do have a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway every Sunday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick that notification bell, leave a thumbs up, and put your comment down below. I'll pick a random comment from a random video. All right, so looking at the fear and greed index, we're at 93, 1 point down from yesterday, still in the extreme greed zone. I'm just going to take a look at this. We have been up in this extreme greed zone for a very, very long time. So this is what I'm looking at in the Dow Jones. Right here, we've been talking about coming up to retest this trend line, where the markets are not quite open yet. They may be open by the time we open this video. We had a nice plunge yesterday. That is a engulfing. Let me zoom in so you can see that. This is a bearish engulfing candle. The body is longer than the body. Also, wick to wick is much longer. There is a possibility we come up and test this trend line. Also, we could be topped out here. We'll definitely keep an eye. I think this week we're going to get an answer here. If we break above this trend line and get support on it, then it's to the moon for probably everything. But I do expect a rejection here if we even get up to this level and continue down. As you can see, there is bearish divergence. It's looking a lot like over here. And if we zoom out, this is what I would expect if we get a rejection, is a big megaphone. Depending on how quick it came down, we could go all the way to 16,200 area, all the way to 15,1. I know that's super bearish, but I am just looking at the charts, guys, and that's what I'm looking at now. We could see something like this. There could be another crazy lockdown or whatever to cause this. As you guys know, there is crazy stuff going on right now with everything going on in the world. So that's the way I'm looking at it. But again, a break above this, then I think everything probably at that point will skyrocket. Now let's take a look at gold. Gold has broken out. We had this resistance at 1910. We broke above that. Our target now, if we can break the 1966 level, now obviously that's our next resistance. If we break that, I'd say it's safe to say that we're probably coming up to this 2100 area for gold. RSI is getting a little toppy here, but we still have room to rise. We are showing bearish divergence from this peak to this peak as of now, but the daily could close way up here. We'll see how that turns out. And let's look at the DXY. So I've been talking about everybody is short the dollar, way overcrowded. I definitely think there's a short squeeze coming, and I do believe it'll probably look something like when we broke out of this wedge over here. You know, something similar to that. We'll see. We'll track it. We'll see what's going on. But as you can see, everything is looking identical in this wedge. We've had some dips out of it, just like we did over here. Yeah, it is just looking like it's ready to pop. Let's zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to go in on a smaller time frame. This is the 3-day chart here, guys. Let's go into the smaller time frame, and then we'll get into Bitcoin, and then we're going to take a look at XRP, Litecoin, and Ethereum. So stick around, because all this, like I said, if the Dow tops out, dollar will probably moon. Let's go into the hourly, just see what it looks like in the hourly. And it is trying to get above our EMAs right here. So if we do get up, if we break, let's look at, I've been talking about breaking 90. If we break 90 in the dollar, I believe that's when the shorts start getting squeezed and we get a pump from there. So it is looking like it's bottomed, if you ask me. So Bitcoin. So this is what we've been watching. I talked about it Yesterday, we did come up to retag this 32,880 range, and we did get rejected. Unless we can break back above this, this remains bearish. We could possibly be coming down all the way into, you know, the $27,000 region. But we'll take a look at another chart where this could be forming a triangle. I'll show you what could happen there. But as you can see, the RSI did break down from here. If we do get a pump up and retest the bottom of this wedge in the RSI, that would probably be somewhere in this 32.8 to 32.9 range. But as of right now, let's zoom in and look at the EMAs. And we are looking like it is getting support as of right now on the 4 hour, right at the 13 EMA, which is around 31.7. If we do break back below this, the 21 EMA lies around 31.5, a break below that, and most likely we're headed back down to at least the 55 EMA, which is going to be, depending on when it gets there, around the 29.5 range. So keep an eye on those areas. Let's take a look at the Elliott wave macro count. So as you can see, I have a 35,188 range up here, and that is just below where we topped out. Where I believe we may have topped out. We could spend a few days in this area, a week or so, come back up and actually hit this. This is the 1.618 of the 1-2 move here. That would be the third. That would be the third wave. That's the weird thing about it is there is in the third wave we should have 5 subwaves. So that tells me that the 5th wave could go much higher. We've been talking about June being the next low. I still am looking at that. Now let me look at something else here. All right, so if we look at this as all the 5th wave, this being the 5 waves of the 3rd wave. I know that sounds confusing, but this would be wave 1. This would be wave 3. And inside you have 5 waves to make the 3rd wave. I hope you understand that. If not, do some EW research. But anyways, looking from the bottom of the start of, or the bottom of wave 2 to the top of wave 3, these are the retracement levels. We did come down and tag this, and I know a lot of people are starting to say that was our retracement, the 0.236 at 27.5. I do not believe so. This retracement should be somewhat like the 2 retracement we had here. That's why I do believe we will be getting a 4th wave down. This is the bullish case, guys. If we break below the 1 wave here, which was around, just say 14,000, if we break below that, it could get very ugly. And we'll take a look at that at a chart after the XRP chart. But as of right now, like I said, I expect to at least get down to this 22,977 if we've topped out here. That would be the 0.382 fib, and then the 0.5 fib would be about around 19.3. Golden pocket zone would be between 14 and 15.5, somewhere in this range here. Again, if we break below that 14,000, I believe there's a possibility we could go much lower. But if that happens, I do expect the bottom to be around June, and then one more push up, if that's the case. Let's take a look at the 450-day low cycle, 550-day top. I had somebody ask about, before this, there was another top to top at 546 from 2016 to 2017, 546 days top to top. And I will look at that on the logs so you can see it better. I know a lot of people, if you look at it like this, yeah, it looks like Bitcoin should just keep going, but I don't like to use the log scale for that reason. But anyways, 456 days from this peak here to this peak here. And then let me get back off the log here. From 2017 to 2019, 556 days. From 2019 top to where I believe we could have topped here, 557 days. That would leave the next top around, or the next high around the end of 2022 actually. So anyways, on the bottom, we have 456 days low to low here, 455 days low to low here. And if we do another 455 day low to low, be around June, mid to end June of this year for our next low. Now that could be any of these retracement levels. And of course, if we break that 14,000, could go much lower. Be careful. And let's take a look at Prime XBT. Check it out if you haven't already. This is by far my favorite exchange. I don't trade against you. You don't see the crazy scam wicks that you see on the scammy exchanges. I will leave a leverage tutorial up top. Definitely check it out. And you can use my promo code SAVY50 to get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit up to 1 Bitcoin to use towards your margin. Also, Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. Yes, you can use both of them at the same time. And you can trade crypto, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, all kinds of stuff on one exchange. You can have multiple exchanges in. They have cool setups where you can put multiple charts on one screen. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. But let's get on with the XRP. So this is what we've been looking at in the XRP. We've had this since before Christmas. I put this chart up. We did almost nail perfectly this 3 wave here. I had it at 16.6. We hit 17.2 or something like that. It was pretty close. The EMAs are looking pretty bearish here. Our 20, our 13, and our 8 have already crossed the 200 EMA here, and right now the 21 is crossing. So there's a possibility we could be done and heading down towards our next level here, which I have at around 4 cents. We could go up to retest to 0.236 at 28 cents. If it's able to reach above that, I don't see it going much higher than 35 cents or so. The absolute highest I can see us going is around 41. That would be the 0.5 fib. But it's looking like we're getting rejected on the bottom of this rising channel here. And we're going to take another look at that rising channel, because I do believe this could be an indicator of what's going on with the crypto market as a whole. If we look at this rising channel here, when we broke out, we did a 105% increase before this dump. This dump was 78%. If that's done, that was a 78% dump. If we get down to that 4, that's be almost 95% dump after breaking back through this. Now let's take a look at Bitcoin. Every time we've had a rising channel like this, you can see we had 2 humps and broke out, came back down below. Same thing over here, came back down below. And if that's what happens here, if we do the same as XRP, that would get us around 10.3. Now again, this is the bearish case scenario. I showed you the bullish case back on the Elliott wave count. But yeah, if we go down to 95%, like if XRP goes down to 4, 1900. Not saying that's going to happen, guys, but it is possible. What's the chances? Pretty low, but it is possible. If you look here on this blue line, that is June, and that would be where I would see this low if it's not in the Elliott wave count that I showed in the beginning. Now let's take a look at LITECOIN. All right, so LITECOIN. As of right now, as long as we can stay above this 144, 145 range, there's a possibility that this measured move to 260 plays out. It's looking a little less likely, but it's still a possibility. If we look at this as a triangle to where it broke out, that is still possible, but we have to remain above 145. We drop below and close the daily below 145. We're headed back down to retest this. And if you look, in June would be around 8100, would be the 0.618 fib. Now let's take a look at Ethereum. Same thing. We had a measured move 177. Obviously, we broke above that. Almost looks identical to Bitcoin. If you go over to this chart here, that's not the chart right here. Nope. Sorry about that. I have no idea where I put the chart. Yeah, I guess I don't have it on here. But anyways, Bitcoin was the same thing. We had a target that we blew by. If this is the top, the 0.5 fib in June would be around 628. 0.618 in June would be around $500. So if everything does continue down, that's where we'd be looking for Ethereum to bottom. Again, if Litecoin or Bitcoin breaks up and out, if the Dow Jones breaks up and out, everything breaks up and out, then, you know, it could be to the moon. But as of right now, like I said, I think everything's relying on what happens on the Dow here. We could be looking at a massive plunge coming soon. Just be careful. I wanted to put this warning out there. Not saying it's going to happen, but you need to be aware of it, especially if you are trading. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to click CryptoSavvy logo above my head. Smash that like button. Leave your comment down below. And don't forget to tick the notification bell. That will get you notified. Make sure you turn your notifications on also. But anyways, thanks again, guys. Also, check out my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. There's links down below in the description. A lot of cool stuff in here. She makes it all herself, and it helps support the channel. Thanks, guys. I'm out.